So as you guys know, AI is slowly taking over everything, including the music industry. Believe it or not, lo-fi is one of the more easier genres of music that I think AI can access, that AI can get a hold of. So I decided to ask our good old friend ChatGPT what it thinks about lo-fi music. And I wanted to try and make a lo-fi beat according to what ChatGPT considers lo-fi. Because lo-fi has evolved so much in the past decade. It's not what it used to be. It used to be just about old school jazzy boom bap hip hop. That's what traditional lo-fi is. But now it's evolved so much, it's no longer lo-fi anymore. Like, the quality of sounds used are all high. It's high fidelity, hi-fi, that's what it should be called right now. So the era of lo-fi has changed, and let's see if ChatGPT knows what's going on. So I did a little bit of interrogating off camera, a little one-on-one with ChatGPT, if you know what I mean. And this is what I asked. How do you define lo-fi?
Lo-fi is a shortened form of low fidelity, which originally referred to the quality of audio recordings that were intentionally created with less than an optimal sound quality. Over time, the term has evolved to describe a particular style of music that incorporates sounds and production techniques that are intentionally simple, unpolished, or imperfect, often using vintage or analog equipment.
So what I thought was right. ChatGPT is still stuck in the past and it's not aware of the evolution that lo-fi has taken. Moving on to the next question, what are the key components of lo-fi? I asked.
The key components of lo-fi music can vary depending on the specific subgenre or style. So we've got sampling, vinyl crackle, downtempo, instrumentation, atmospheric elements, and minimalism.
Like I said before, it's still describing lo-fi as that old school lo-fi. So maybe we still have hope. If AI hasn't figured out what the new evolved lo-fi is, maybe it'll take some time. We still have some room to grow. So the last two questions that I asked are the important ones. We're going to try to make a song from these last two questions that I asked. First, I asked, can you make a lo-fi song? And ChatGPT replied,
as an AI language model, I don't have the ability to create original music, but I can offer some general tips for making a lo-fi song.
This is cool. We're seeing the creation of a lo-fi track from the perspective of ChatGPT.
Start with a simple chord progression, use samples, embrace imperfections. Keep it mellow, add atmospheric elements.
Sounds about right. And the last thing I asked was, tell me what sounds to use in my lo-fi song.
Vinyl crackle, field recordings, piano or electric piano, a guitar, samples from old records or films.
That just gave me an idea. So I'm going to try to make a lo-fi track with all those elements. First off, I found this 2-chord guitar loop because we need to use samples, right? And I don't want to use full melody samples. This gives it that radio filter. And somatics origins for a little bit of movement and some vinyl sound. Then a fruity limiter just to increase the gain a little bit. So now we have that imperfect, unpolished sample that ChatGPT was talking about. Now let's move on to piano/electric piano. Time for some bass. We need one of those old school dusty bass guitar basses. Not the usual sub bass that I use. You know what? No. Old school lo-fi does not function like that. You can't just copy the bass notes of the piano and just hope for the best. No. And for that, we need to first come up with a drum progression. How does it sound now? We need to sidechain that kick properly, and I'm going to teach you a new way, an easier way to sidechain the kick. So open up Fruity Balance. Right click on the volume knob, go down until you see Create Automation Clip. Create a volume automation for the bass. So now what you have to do is you don't need any of this. All you need is the length of the kick. This is basically what you have to do. Just copy paste this throughout the track. Let's add a little bit of a radio filter, not too much. There's a kick. So we have the guitar, we have the piano, we have some groovy bass and drums. Let's add a vintage lead. It's not bad. Now I want something to like highlight that main lead. Not something vintage. We need a couple of things. First we need is some vinyl crackle, like usual. I need to get more vinyl crackles. Tired of using the same one over and over again. Now, the last important thing. Now this is another new sample pack that I got for free. It's called the LOFI Nostalgia TV and Film Vocal Pack. It just released a couple days ago, or I think. They're just little dialogues from old movies that you can incorporate into your lo-fi songs to give it that impact right before a drop.
Good night.
Sit down, cross your legs, and keep your hands behind your head.
I know what you're gonna say.
Look, I'm really sorry. You need to relax. Okay, you know what? You need to relax. Okay, you know what? You need to relax.
Oh, it sounds good.
Okay, you know what? You need to relax.
Well, that's all I'm gonna do. Like Mr. ChatGPT suggested, I kept it simple. Could have kept it a little bit more simple, but then I just had to incorporate a couple of my sounds in it as well. But I think it's something that ChatGPT would approve of. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the beat. Let me know what you would have done differently or what I should have done differently, but I had fun making this beat. I'm starting to appreciate old school lo-fi again. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and we'll see you next week.